Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. The Ordinary anniversary sale is in full swing and people are filling their baskets with all of their favourites. But as always, the talk online seems to be centred around a couple of hyped and viral products. This crowds out and excludes any of the other products that sit in the Ordinary skincare collection, and I think that's a real shame. The Ordinary have some real hidden gem serums that nobody ever talks about and are honestly really difficult to find on their website. But if you can get your hands on them, they are real game changers. And so in today's video, I want to reset that narrative. Instead of following the trends, let's set our own trends. And I want to share with you 6 secret serums that exist in the Ordinary portfolio, which could be genuine game changers and yet nobody ever knows about. Sit back, relax, let's talk some Ordinary hidden gems. Now, I wanted to time today's video to coincide with the Ordinary anniversary sale. That way, if you are interested in any of the products whatsoever, you can get 23% off, which I'm all about, because let's be honest, in 2026, budgets are stretched, and if we can save some of our hard-earned coin, why not? I've listed and linked all the products mentioned in today's video down in the description box below. If you use those links, you'll automatically get that 23% off and you don't need a code or anything to access it. Now, as always, when these sales hit, we do something called the Mad About Skin charity drive, which all those links in the description box are actually affiliate links, which means if you shop using them, the channel at no expense to you will receive a small commission for every sale made. We add all of that commission together for the month of April and then we donate it to charity. There is zero obligation to shop using those links. You can Google it for yourself, but if you wanted to take part, those links, like I say, will cost you nothing, but for everything you purchase, you'll just be giving a small percentage of commission over to charity. We're still working on what charities that's going to be, so your recommendations for charities that you'd like us to support are very welcome down in the comments section below. We're looking to support around 10 charities, so get your requests and recommendations in because I want it to be as geographically spread as possible and helping out as many worthy causes as we can. I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you out there for making this possible every single sales period. Honestly, it genuinely means the world to me, and I just think it's wonderful that we can come together as a community, shop our favorite skincare, save some coin and do some good at the same time. What's not to love about that? So just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So first off on this list, I'm going to give a little cheeky mention to this product. Technically not the Ordinary, but it is a brand that comes under that Decium umbrella, and this is the chemistry brand Hand Chemistry. This is actually the only product that exists under the chemistry brand, so I couldn't really do it as a separate video, but it is definitely a hidden gem, a little secret favorite of mine. This was my go-to hand cream for the past 5-6 years, and then they discontinued it. I almost waged like a campaign to bring this back, and I know lots of other people did too, and they finally relented. They actually brought it back in the same original formula that we all knew and love. So yeah, if you remember this sort of from 5 years ago, let me know down in the comments. Have you used this product before? Did you love it? Sound off in the comments if you're part of the OG crew. I love this and it's back, and you can get the 23% off, which I think, you know, props to Decium for launching a new product during a sales period, because who does not love to save? And let me tell you, this is as good as I remember. My hands have missed it. They're back loving it. And yeah, it's just amazing. I will, like I say, leave a link to this down in the description box below, as I will all the products. It's worth reading up on why this is so special. They actually list all the ingredients, the percentages and everything, so you can see why it's a cut above the average hand cream. The multi-level hydration that you get from this, the calming, the soothing, the barrier support. This isn't a product that you just slap on your hands to moisturize them. This is actually like future proofing against dry hands and, you know, damaged skin. It's so good. Ideally, you would start using a product like this now as we come into the summer months to kind of pre-protect the hands, as then we come into the cooler winter months. Our skin is ready to fight for us. I am going to be consistent with this all the way through 2026. So I put the 5, which I think is the maximum they'll let you buy. I put the 5 on order, so I have enough to last me all the way through. It's not greasy. You can type on your keypad without transferring a load of grease, which I hate. I hate that about hand creams. Not with this. It's a non-greasy formula. It's just amazing. I loved it originally. I love it now. You can get 23% off during the sales period. And whilst it's not technically a product from The Ordinary, it's part of a sister brand, and I feel it just deserves a little bit of love and attention. Now, coming on to the Ordinary products proper, let's talk about this. The marine hyaluronics. One of my least favourite products from The Ordinary is their hyaluronic acid serum. It's in everything. As an ingredient, it's in everything. You do not need a standalone hyaluronic acid serum. And the fact that this is one of the best sellers from The Ordinary, it makes me really sad, because actually a better product exists in the same collection, the marine hyaluronics. Instead of reaching for hyaluronic acid, which, like I say, is in every serum, cleanser, sunscreen out there, go for something different. The marine hyaluronics actually uses marine extracts to give a more multi-dimensional, multi-level hydration experience. And it delivers that. You will get a better level of hydration from the marine hyaluronics than you will from the hyaluronic acid. It's also less likely to cause dryness because it works in a subtly different way. Hyaluronic acid is a humectant which draws in moisture. And if you're living in quite a dry and arid environment, it can actually end up sucking moisture from the deeper levels of the skin, actually being counterintuitive and dehydrating. You don't get that risk with the marine hyaluronics. It's just adding in that hydration. And I think it just works in a much better way. If you're somebody that is using the Ordinary hyaluronic acid at the moment, do me a favor. During this sales period, buy one of these, swap it out, and then you can tell me the results will just be so much better for hydration. You will never look back. I actually use this on the neck. I use it on the elbows where I'm dry. Put a little of this on, top it off with a moisturizer. You can always use this under that hand chemistry hand cream. That's a great way of elevating the moisture you see in your hands. It's just amazing. Trust me. Hyaluronic acid is out. Marine hyaluronics are in. If you don't believe me, try it with just one bottle during the sales period. You will never look back. Now, another complete unsung hero and hidden gem is this. This is the Ordinary salicylic acid anhydrous solution. Now, their original water-based salicylic acid was a bestseller. It was discontinued while they reformulated. They brought it back, and it's never really sold as well because I think people just don't like the new formula as much. However, they also brought back an anhydrous version. This is the one in the brown bottle, so you really need, like I said, I've linked it below, but you need to shop the one in the brown bottle. Salicylic acid is actually oil soluble, so it binds to oil and it goes into the pores, it flushes out dirt, debris, excess sebum, blackheads, sebaceous filaments, all gone. It just makes sense to have salicylic acid in an oil-based formula, and so it baffles me that no other brands seem to be doing this. There are a couple on the market, but they come with quite bougie price points. The Ordinary are, to my knowledge, the only affordable, drugstore-priced oil-based salicylic acid, and this could be a game changer. How I use it is a couple of times a week. I'd recommend once or twice max. I put a couple of drops of this onto my nose, which is where I tend to get my blackheads, and I massage it in. And I keep massaging for a solid 5 minutes. And then almost you feel this gritty graininess on the hands, and that is all that excess oil, sebum, dirt, debris, and blackheads popping out of the nose, and you'll just be left with such a clear complexion. It takes a couple of goes of doing this to really kick it in. I'd say maybe give it 5 goes, and that's when you see those elevated results, but it's worth it. Inexpensive, it's less than £10, and you can get rid of all of your blackheads and sebaceous filaments by just doing that twice a week. It only really works, this hack, with an oil-based salicylic acid, so you really need to go for this one, and it just works. Again, it's one of those trust me moments. Just buy one bottle, try it. After about 5 goes, you'll definitely see fewer blackheads, sebaceous filaments. Everything will just look clearer and cleaner. Take it from me. Perseverance is key, but twice a week, couple of drops, massage it in, and you don't just have to do it on the nose. Anywhere you have blackheads, this will work. Now, one of my favorite unsung hero products for anti-aging is this, the 100% fermented rosehip seed oil. Now, this is a relative newcomer to the Ordinary collection, but they kind of just dropped it as a launch and didn't really do a lot of promotion around it, which is why I think very few people have heard of it. Now, rosehip seed oil is fantastic for anti-aging. It contains a lot of vitamins that can promote collagen and overall skin health, which is amazing. It's also calming and soothing, so it has some anti-inflammatory benefits. Also hydrates you to the gods, so it's like one of those win-win-win ingredients. The good thing about rosehip seed oil too is it can be used by all skin types. Doesn't clog your pores, doesn't break you out. So even if you're super oily, you can use rosehip seed oil, and it actually has some beneficial impact on lowering the excess oil production. So whether you've got dry skin or whether you've got oily skin, rosehip seed oil should be your go-to. However, if you ferment the rosehip seed oil, you get elevated anti-aging. And this is what studies have really proven over the past 5 years. Fermented ingredients deliver in a quicker way. They tend to offer more hydration, and they also help to enhance the profile of the actives that they're being fermented. So Rather than just reaching for standard rosehip seed oil, reach for a fermented one. You'll get quicker results, greater hydration, and better anti-aging results. The Ordinary do two. They do their original rosehip seed, which isn't fermented, and their fermented. Now, I think the main barrier for reaching for the fermented version is it costs roughly double what the original weight, which is why I think a lot of people just discount it. Think, well, why would I pay double for the same thing? Not the same thing. That fermentation does cost money, it takes time, which is why they have a higher price point. So I would say during the sales period is when you want to strike with this fermented rosehip seed oil. You're getting 23% off, which really brings that price point down. You could try it. Trust me, you will love it. Now, there's a couple of ways you can use it. You can use it straight onto the skin at the end of your skincare routine. That works best if you have a drier skin type. If, like me, you're more oily and acne prone, mix a couple of drops into your favorite moisturizer. That's going to elevate the hydration levels, make your moisturizer work that little bit better, and you'll get all of that great anti-inflammatory, anti-aging benefit too. Don't overlook fermentation when it comes to actives in skincare. It can be a real game changer. And I love the fact that the Ordinary have both versions. But for me, during that sale period, it's worth spending that a little bit more whilst we're saving to get the fermented version. Trust me, the results are like double what you see with the original. Now, my last two recommendations are these two. Let's start out with this one, which is the pycnogenol 5%. Now, this you can also add a couple of drops into your moisturizer. I actually use my moisturizer almost like a vehicle for a lot of my serums. I put a little moisturizer in the palm of my hand. You could use any moisturizer for this. The Ordinary one works. I think at the time of filming, they're actually giving a free The Ordinary moisturizer away with every order. You might need to check that online, but I think alongside the 23%, you're actually getting a free moisturizer. So you could try this hack out using your freebie moisturizer when it arrives. Put a little in the palm of your hand, then add a couple of drops of your serums that you want to mix into it, and then apply it to the skin. Don't do this with pH sensitive ingredients like vitamin C, exfoliating acids. That's going to disrupt their performance. But for most other things, this can work, and it can be a great way of streamlining. On an evening, I'll put a couple of drops of the rosehip seed oil, the fermented one, into my moisturizer, and I'll put a couple of drops of the pycnogenol. This is a great antioxidant that actually binds to the collagen in our skin and provides like a shield around it. It's very specific in how it works, and it's great for anti-aging. It also has a 24-hour mechanism of action, so you don't need to use pycnogenol morning and evening. Just one is fine, and it's still working for you 24 hours later. So in my moisturizer, couple of drops of that pycnogenol, couple of drops of that fermented rosehip seed, work it together. It is the most luxurious and elevated way of finishing off your evening skincare routine you will ever experience, and it's dirt cheap. It's a great way of doing luxury on a budget. It feels great, and you get really good results. So yeah, the Ordinary pycnogenol, I call it small but mighty because it doesn't come in a big bottle. It's a 15 ml, but 1 or 2 drops is all you need. So one bottle lasts you honestly forever. I bought 2 in the sales period because that lasts me a full 12 months. Now, last but by no means least, this is the Ordinary Multi-Active Delivery Essence. This is just a really nice toner that works to elevate the rest of your skincare routine. Whatever brands you're using, whatever actives you're incorporating, just slapping a little of this on the skin before you start your serums will help them penetrate into the skin, giving enhanced results. So for the best part of like £12, which is what this costs, you can really elevate the rest of your skincare routine without spending any more coin. It also works as a hydrating toner too, so if you already have a toner in your routine, swap that out for this one. You'll get all that hydration, but you'll also get that elevated experience when it comes to the rest of your serums. They don't have to be from the Ordinary. This works with any serums from any brand. It just helps with the overall penetration rate of your actives, which is going to make them work that little bit harder for you. Now, this, like I say, will work with anything. The things that I would say maybe not to use it alongside is don't use it alongside high potency retinoids such as tretinoin, because it will enhance the penetration of those, which could cause sensitivity. I also wouldn't use it alongside exfoliating acids for the same reason, but everything else, you're good. And this is just a great way of elevating the results you see without having to have a whole suite of new products. It works with the existing skincare you have. Slap this on first, wait for it to just sink in a little bit, then put your serums layered on top of it, and you'll see the results without having to splurge on lots more product. I love this. It's my little go-to. I use it on the body for the hydration. I use it on the face to enhance the other actives I use. It's just a great all-rounder. And again, I think it got lost. The Ordinary launched a lot of toners all at the same time, and I think this one got lost. And it's such a shame because it's such a potent and powerful product that just about everyone can slot into their skincare routine for enhanced results. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of the secret serums from The Ordinary, the hidden gems that we all need to know about if we want to be in the know when it comes to elevating our skincare results. I would love to know what you're buying during this sales period, so leave me a comment with what your favorites are, what you're stocking up with, as I would love to hear from you. And wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.